Hey y'all, Zach McDonald with Real Property Associates here, standing inside one of my newest listings. This one will actually be going live next Tuesday. So take a look and be on the lookout, I guess, for my upcoming listing here in Maple Leaf. Check out this green kitchen back here. This is pretty sweet. You can either keep it the way it is or do a remodel to your own taste. So anyways, wanted to give you a quick update on my most recent offer. This was an offer that I made for a client yesterday in Seattle. There were 5 total offers on the house, and unfortunately we did not get the house. So the streak ends here. I think we had 3 victories in a row. So we were kind of middle of the pack. The asking price was $600,000, and we went all the way up to 600, and we were trying to think. We were just under 640, I guess, is where we were at, and 3 of the other offers went over 650. So we were in the ballpark, but there were a few people that were willing to pay a little bit more, and otherwise, terms-wise, we were really solid. We had strong financing. We had it already pre-underwritten. We did what's called offered appraisal protection, which is where you offer to make up a difference if for some reason the appraisal comes in short. It's just extra assurance for the seller that you're not going to back out in that situation on your financing contingency. But overall, offer was solid. We were well over the asking price, but there were a few other buyers that wanted the house and were willing to pay a little bit more for it. So the question, I guess the lesson here for buyers is you have to decide what your walkaway point is. So the question is, what is your walkaway point? And this is something that I coach all my clients on, and I think it's applicable in this situation, is you need to decide for you what the walkaway point is on price and also the terms. And the biggest part here is the price. What's the house worth to you? If the house is worth, let's say in this situation, the house was worth up to 640 for my client, somebody else might think it's worth up to 660. And there's so many different variations and variables that go into that. But you have to decide where you're happy if you get the house, and also happy if you don't get the house, and you can tip your hat to the other buyers. I experienced this in my own home buying process, and it's something that my clients have found helpful as coaching is you can't get emotionally attached. You want to, but you can't get emotionally attached to a house these days, specifically in Seattle, until it's under contract and you're the one that's going to be buying it. So decide what that walkaway point is. What is your walkaway point? And everybody has a different one. And for sellers, I think the lesson here is, and in my opinion, this house was priced a little below the market value. And so for sellers, you have to decide what that price point is that you want to list your house at. You can list it above the market price and hope that buyers will at least come close, or maybe hopefully get somebody that's willing to stretch for it because they're thinking that they won't be able to get something else. The other strategy there is price it right in the market value range, and you can be on the low end of that or the high end of that. And then the other strategy that we're seeing, and this has been successful the past few years, is actually to price just below the market value, and that's kind of stirring up the bidding frenzy. Now, this time of year, we're in the beginning of November. It's not as foolproof of a strategy, so you might end up pricing it a little lower and getting one offer, not necessarily what you were hoping for. But in Seattle, it's still a pretty foolproof strategy, having your house priced just below the market value or on the very low side, and then having those offers get bid up and having people pay a higher price. And usually you end up getting more out of it and also better terms. So that's what I've got for you on this particular offer. And stay tuned for ones in the future. And until then, bye for now.